Hi, I'm Tony Northup, and for the book Stunning Digital Photography, I'm in Berlin, Germany at Pariser Platz to combine three of my favorite things: panoramas, night photography, and HDR. Now, this requires some pretty complicated camera settings, so I'll get started. The first thing you need is a nice sturdy tripod. The tripod is required only for the night photography part. You can do HDR and panoramas handheld, but because it's night, the shutter speed is going to be really long, and hand-holding it would mean the camera would end up really shaky. I have the camera set to aperture priority and f8. That's a high enough aperture that'll allow me to get the subject behind me here in focus. I'm using ISO 100. That will reduce the amount of noise that's in the final pictures, and because I have it on the tripod, I don't need a higher ISO. So those are the settings I need for the night photography part. For the HDR part, I'm going to need to set the camera up for bracketing. If your camera supports HDR natively, you can use that too. So I'm using 3 exposure bracketing at plus or minus 2 stops. So each time I press the shutter, it'll take 3 pictures. A normal exposed picture, a picture that's underexposed 2 stops, and a picture that's overexposed 2 stops. So that'll do it for the HDR part. The final part is the panorama. This requires some additional settings. Now, for a panorama, you rotate the camera in a circle around you, taking pictures of an entire scene. This creates a really large image, even hundreds of megapixels, with just a ton of detail. It also allows you to make a really wide image that you can pan around, and it better recreates an entire scene for a beautiful place like this. So, to make a good panorama, you want to use your AE lock. That locks the exposure in. If you don't know where your AE lock button is, you can also take a picture and check those settings and then choose them in manual mode. Either way, so long as your camera uses the same exposure every single time. So once you have the AE lock set, focus your camera on the most important part of the subject and then switch it to manual focus. This will hold the focus steady throughout the panorama. Next, you're ready to shoot your picture. So just loosen up your ball head a little bit and take a picture, and then move the picture until about 1/3 of the picture remains. You want to overlap the picture a little bit. This will allow the software on your computer to combine the pictures evenly. Now, once you've taken the picture and back at your computer, you're going to do a 2-step process. First, you're going to combine each HDR photo with the HDR software to combine a series of HDR pictures. Next, you're going to combine those HDR pictures with your panorama software to make a large panorama. Now, my favorite HDR software is Photomatix Pro. Works really well, and it's quick, and it gives you a lot of creative control. My favorite panorama software is Microsoft Ice. All you need to do is to drag those pictures from the HDR software into Microsoft Ice, and it will combine them for you automatically. So let's take a look at those results. As you can see, you can create really stunning pictures by combining these multiple techniques. If you like this, you should check out the book on Amazon or iTunes. It's called Tony Northup's DSLR book, How to Create Stunning Digital Photography. If you want to see more videos like this, click subscribe above, and please click like down below. Thanks.